Hello, welcome to the Polar Star Outdoor channel. For those of you finding your way to this video, just want to say thank you. We appreciate the support. If you're new here and liking the content, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of the upcoming action. So, been stuck at home with a little remodeling project, so video uploads haven't been any for the last couple of weeks. It kind of sparked the idea of doing a mini-series, Trolling 101, just basically walking you through each and every part of it, from deciding where we're going to fish, to figuring out what we're going to target, what gear we're taking, how we're going to fish, weather conditions, water temperature, all of that. So stay tuned. Alright, so here we are. We've decided where we're going. We're going to go to McGonagall Lake. So time to do a little recon. Alright, on lakesofmaine.org. This is going to tell us that it's 1,300 acres, 30 miles. It's got a maximum depth of 64 feet. It's got both cold water and warm water fish. Basically give us a depth map. And let's go back and check out the state site. Alright, so we've decided where we're going. We're going to fish McGonagall Lake. And even though this is a lake in my hometown, just showing you basically if I'm headed out of town, fishing somewhere new, this is where I'm going to go. So the state site is going to show you what it has for fish. It's going to tell you acreage, surface temperature, principal fishery, little bit about it, when this was surveyed. It's also going to give you a depth chart, kind of get a lay of the land. So we know that we're going to fish for rainbows. Taking a look at this, you can kind of see where you've got your deep holes. It being August, early September, the water is still warm. Surface temperature is about 74 degrees. And it looks like all the deep water is right here around the trout hole. May be a good spot to figure it out. So back here it's seeing minnows, shiners, rainbow smelt. Alright, so we know that if we can find balls of smelt, we're probably going to find trout nearby. Alright, so now that we kind of have an idea of what we're looking for, I went to my Navionics app, and this is basically a reverse topo map that is going to show me the contour lines similar to what I'm going to be seeing on my Garmin when I get in the boat. So this is that area on the map called the trout hole, and you can see deep water showing about 64 feet. But there's definitely a fair amount of water there. The marks on the screen are previous marks from when I've been out trolling. As you get down the lake, it looks like this whole shoreline along 105 has got a lot of water. It probably means there's going to be smelts, and we're going to find trout there. Whether they're wanting to feed or not, that's what we're going to have to find out. Alright, so also on the day before, I like to go jump in the boat or start going through all of my fishing gear. Going through my lead core, checking all of my leaders, making sure there's nothing wrong with those. If they are, replacing them. Also swivels, making sure that they all work as they're supposed to. There's nothing built up on them. And then kind of going through and actually putting all the gear away. When you're fishing, it can kind of get hectic during the day, and the boat becomes a little bit disorganized. So it's nice to go through all that stuff, getting it ready for the following fishing trip. Some of these rods I actually have to break down to slide into the rod locker, or there is storage on the side which will take longer rods. It's also a good chance to go through checking my Chamberlain releases for the downrigger, making sure they don't need any oiling. Nope, those all look good. A little chaotic, so you can take time to resort, try to figure out what's what you're going to be needing. Sometimes there's not the need for multiple tackle boxes. On a day when you know you're going to be running bait, you probably don't need your spoon or your crankbait boxes. So just a good time to go through, sort, organize. Also makes you realize if you're lacking anything, you do have a little window that you can pick something up. Another thing I'd like to add is I always keep a notebook in the boat, or some that take notes on their cell phone maybe. It's good to have, to remind you of something like tightening the bolts to the seat. Just anything that you may forget in between trips. It's a good checklist so that you're ready to go with no hiccups on your next fishing excursion. Also go through, make sure that everything's tight on my planer boards. That's set to go. All right, lastly for the night, like to hook up the boat to the trailer, head to the local store, fuel up, make sure tank is full, pack the cooler with something to eat, drinks, ice. Have that all ready. Want to have ice on hand in case you catch that trophy fish, or you just actually putting fish in the freezer. You definitely want to keep them on ice until you get home. It is always good to take a walk around the trailer, make sure all your lights are working. Most times I'll be leaving an hour or so before daylight, so you want to have those trailer lights working. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us for our next episode, where we will be hitting the lake first thing in the morning and making a game plan to figure out what we can do to put some fish in the net. Thanks for watching.